Michael Andretti has finally responded to F1 criticism. He faced quite a backlash, yet he remained confident. He looked optimistic and checked every box for an F1 bid. Champion boss Stefano Domenicali believes Formula 1 does not currently require an 11th entry, implying that the proposed Andretti team will need to acquire an existing team if it wants to enter F1 in 2024. Will they make a deal on buying one of the existing teams? In an exclusive interview with Michael Andretti, the prospective Formula 1 team owner spoke out about the opposition many team principals are putting up to prevent his General Motors-backed team from being accepted into the Formula 1 World Championship. On Monday, I spoke with Andretti, who denied that the Cadillac engine is a badging exercise, as some F1 team owners have claimed. Andretti explains why so many Formula 1 team owners do not want his team to compete. It's all about the money, Andretti explained. First, they believe they will receive a diluted 1/10 of their prize money, but they also become very greedy, believing we will take all American sponsors. It's all about greed and looking at themselves rather than what's best for the series' overall growth. Andretti also told me that once he gets a Formula 1 team admitted to the Formula 1 World Championship, he plans to pursue a NASCAR Cup Series team. "We have to make sure we get into NASCAR in a few years," said Andretti, who had previously persuaded a Dodge team. "We're looking into it and keeping an eye on it. We're looking at a few opportunities and hope to be there in a couple of years." The NTT IndyCar Series team owner also stated that McLaren's Zak Brown is one of his best friends and fully supports Andretti's efforts to secure a Formula 1 team by 2025. "Zak wants to do whatever he can to help us get there, and Alpine wants to do the same," Andretti said. "Zak Brown and Alpine are excellent allies. Zak has been extremely helpful. Zak has been an invaluable friend and ally. He gives me advice and is always willing to assist me. We assist one another. I've been a big help to him since he started racing in Indy cars. It's a friendship that benefits both parties." On Thursday, January 5th, Andretti Global announced a partnership with General Motors to field a Cadillac on the Formula 1 starting grid. "We've been working on this for a while, but when FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem tweeted in support of our efforts, that's when we decided to make the announcement," Andretti explained. "Once they make an expression of interest, then we are in competition with other teams, and we are on our way because that means we will do an extra team. When we saw that, we were overjoyed. Everything came together beautifully. We check every box. When we were working on our entry, the only box that wasn't checked was that we didn't have an OEM behind us, but now we have GM and Cadillac behind us. They'll bring a lot to the party to help us get a race car on the track. We are very bullish right now. There is still a long way to go, and we are willing to follow every procedure that is required. We're in a good spot for it." Since Andretti and GM President Mark Ruiz made the announcement last week, F1 team principals have begun to pick apart the American team's bid, with the exception of McLaren and Alpine. According to Andrew Benson of BBC Sport, Ben Sulayem issued another statement on Twitter on Sunday. "It is surprising that the Cadillac and Andretti global news has elicited some negative reaction," he wrote. "We should encourage prospective entries from global manufacturers such as GM, as well as thoroughbred racers such as Andretti and others." The FIA has not made any indication or comment on the potential success or otherwise of any organizations who expressed their interest in entering the championship, an FIA spokesperson said on Monday. The procedure would follow strict FIA protocol and take several months, they added. "I asked Andretti if he is surprised that Formula 1 keeps shifting the goalposts in his efforts to bring a team to the sport. I'm not surprised," said Andretti. "In Formula 1, the owners prioritize themselves over what is best for the series. That is the distinction between President Mohammed's and the team owners' positions. President Mohammed is concerned about the sport's future. Mohammed understands. He's a racer, and he understands that the series requires one or two more teams. It is an FIA championship, and it holds the majority of the cards in terms of generating interest." Andretti admits that he has other obligations outside of Formula 1. His team has spoken with F1 President Stefano Domenicali, but first, Andretti must persuade the FIA before he can persuade the team owners. "When we mentioned the name Cadillac, Stefano was very happy," Andretti said. "It's going to be huge for Formula 1 as well, because Formula 1 is growing so rapidly in the United States. Bringing General Motors and Cadillac into the sport was a huge step forward for all parties involved. Bringing Formula 1 to the United States is a powerful thing." According to Benson's BBC report, some F1 executives believe Cadillac is putting its name on an engine developed by another automaker such as Renault. Andretti claims that is not the case, though he admits that the Cadillac prepared engine will be able to compete in 2026. It's a rumor, it's not true. Cadillac will be heavily involved in the car's manufacturing, Andretti explained. If we get in 2025, there won't be a new engine yet, so we would have to go with a formula that is used now, but in 2026, there are various things we can do with another engine manufacturer. It would not be a badged engine because it would contain intellectual property from Cadillac, so it would not be a badged engine. Andretti Global is currently building one of the world's most advanced racing facilities in Fishers, Indiana, a suburb on the northeast side of Indianapolis. Andretti first considered joining Formula 1 in 2016. He thought it was the next step for his brand. He began looking for partners at the time, which led him to 2023, the 20th anniversary of Andretti Autosport. That team began in the Indy Racing League as Andretti Green Racing after Andretti purchased Team Green's kart operation with then partners Kevin Savor and Kim Green. When the team was renamed Andretti Autosport in 2009, those two left. I would have laughed in your face if you told me in 2003 that we would be where we are and where we are going, Andretti said. It's amazing and exciting and a dream come true for all of us the way it has come about. Every day I have to pinch myself. Andretti's cars and drivers have won 5 Indianapolis 500 since joining IndyCar in 2003, with drivers Dan Wheldon in 2005, Dario Franchitti in 2007, Ryan Hunter-Ray in 2014, Alexander Rossi in 2016, and Takuma Sato in 2017. The team has also won 4 NTT IndyCar National Championships, with Tony Kanaan winning in 2004, Wheldon winning in 2005, Franchitti winning in 2007, and Hunter-Ray winning in 2012. In April 2008, Danica Patrick drove an Andretti Autosport car to victory at Twin Ring Motegi, becoming the first female to win an IndyCar Series race. Andretti won 42 kart IndyCar races and the 1991 kart championship as a driver. He never won the Indianapolis 500 as a driver, but he does hold the record for the most laps led by a non-winner in the race's history. Mario Andretti, the son of 1978 Formula 1 world champion, 1969 Indianapolis 500 winner, and 1967 Daytona 500 winner Mario Andretti, competed in Formula 1 for McLaren in 1993 but had a difficult season and returned to karts in 1994. He is still determined to win Formula 1, but this time as a team owner, with an American driver, Colton Herta, driving an Andretti Global Cadillac entry. "We're serious about coming in," Andretti said. "It will take a long time to get there, but eventually we want to be one of the top teams in Formula 1. Our ultimate goal is to compete for the World Championship in 5 or 6 years. We're only doing this to be there. What does it matter? We want to race and compete against the best in the world. That is not something we take lightly. It will be a lengthy constructive process, but we have a solid plan in place to get us there." Andretti also attributes the capital investment in his F1 venture to Group 1001 Capital. Dan Torres is the CEO of that company. "It wouldn't be happening without them," Andretti said. "They are the foundation of everything. Working on this project with them has been a pleasure because they are wonderful people. We've had a great time working through this together and getting to this point. I consider myself extremely fortunate to be in this position. It was all a dream." If and when Andretti is admitted to the Formula 1 paddock, he will feel enormous vindication from those who have put obstacles in his path. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like and share the video with your friends and family.